Well, it's bizarre because it's primarily occurring in universities. It's not happening really in high schools very much. It sort of bubbles up in high schools, it appears, by people that I talk to that have been in high school and gone into universities, that you see echoes of it. You see the beginnings. And then when it gets to college, you're away from your parents, you're in some new place, everyone gathers in groups, they dig their heels in the sand, and they go fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, there is something about college.
Yeah.
And, we all did some dumb stuff in college. But I also think there's a hidden reason for it being colleges, which is that there is real inequity in civilization that needs to be dealt with. I would say the thing that I find most troubling is the skew in policing and in the courts that results in disproportionate fractions of some populations being incarcerated, which has terrifically destabilizing impact on those communities. So I think that is a very real harm that would be hard to overstate, and that absolutely has to be addressed just to even make any claim on being a fair society. That said, it is very hard to attack the private prison complex, for example, right? It's a difficult challenge. On the other hand, the universities are a soft target. They can't defend themselves, and they already have sympathies in the direction of, a view of a radically different, enhanced world. So, in effect, I think we're being challenged on the basis that the inequities on our campuses are completely intolerable, and that is largely a fiction, and that what really is happening is that this is displaced anger over a system that is fair, that's been pointed at something that can't defend itself.
That's fascinating. So this is a reaction to the actual real inequities of the outside world, the systemic racism in places like Baltimore, and what we're finding out about places where they literally would not sell homes to black people, communities that have just had generation after generation of impoverished people that are fighting off crime-ridden neighborhoods.
Right, or water you can't drink because it has lead in it.
Flint. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So what the universities, what's happening in the universities is a sort of a misguided reaction to all the real inequity in the world.
I would say not misguided, it's misdirected.
Misdirected.
It's just pointed at the wrong thing, and the reason it's pointed at the colleges and universities is that they simply can't defend themselves.
I assume you're no kind of right-winger. If you teach at Evergreen, I'm sure you're, a Hillary voter, but you had this
No, not a Hillary voter. I'm a deeply progressive person.
Now that you've covered yourself in your white supremacist liberalism.
You yourself, you're a lefty. You liked and voted for Bernie, did you not?
I did like Bernie. I certainly supported him. I resonated with his message.
There are people in America who are racists.
You said some racist. I did apologize. I did not.
First of all, I didn't. Would you like to hear the answer or not?
Do you feel like you helped create this environment by teaching these kids that colleges are racist and the system oppresses all minorities?
I do not feel what I've been doing contributed to this in the slightest. I did like Bernie.
Not Donald Trump, not anyone else will be successful in dividing us based on race.
Black power! Black power! Black power!
There are people in America who are racists.
Ho ho! These racist teachers have got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! These racist teachers have got to go!
I'm angry that somebody would accuse me of racism.
You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. They're racist.
I'm angry
sexist.
That somebody would accuse me
homophobic
of racism.
Welcome to the club, jackass!
Dude, you stupid fucking liberal professor who called himself a progressive so proudly. I bet maybe in the back of your mind, I hope you were thinking to yourself, God damn, I wish I had a fucking gun on me. Because right about now, I'd love to have a chance against this mob of fucking zombies. Oh, but it's politically incorrect to have a firearm on campus. You know, strictly for self-defense purposes. Because it's gotten to the point now where the students are literally violently taking over the freaking campus, and the faculty on the college are complicit in enabling them, apparently giving stand-down orders to the campus police not to lock up these dumbass students. And as always, guys, Second Amendment, triggered t-shirts. Some people are triggered by your right to pull the trigger in self-defense. The Second Amendment, safe spaces in 1791. You want to talk about a safe space for SJW snowflakes? Let's talk about the safe space created by the Second Amendment. Link to the shirts are below and above, and as always, buying a shirt is always a great way to circumvent the YouTube adpocalypse, which is nothing more than an elitist attempt to starve alternative media of any funding. Fight back against YouTube censorship by supporting me on Patreon. You'll also get access to exclusive, never-before-seen videos and other perks like monthly Google Hangouts with me, free books and t-shirts, and more.